Welcome, Frank. So, this is the track I got, this DC circuit. I'm redoing the bridge. So what I did, no, it's fine. You might hear it, baby. Okay. Yeah, so what I did here is I'm redoing this bridge. I want to make sure that this part is super, super smooth right here. There's a little bit of a gap there, but I think it's better than it was. Of course, I did redo the whole bridge. Yeah, it's not bad. I think it's doable. So basically what I did here, to build this fucking bridge, here we are. Essentially, you just make a template. So I knew that the highest point was right here. So this is where I try to connect it. This is actually a good reference point right here. Oh yeah, and these actually don't go anywhere when you put them into poles like that.
For fuck!
So I set 13 of these. I basically already had the number. So I set 13 of these down on the runway. I have 3 left, so I can kind of show you a quick little tutorial. It has nice straight lines for reference points. So basically what you do, those are in buoys and platforms. They're the floating platform. So, oh yeah, here's a tip right here. So world heading, just watch the prop when I switch it to pitch. You see how it just dropped down like that? So if you don't change it over like that, the prop will be floating in the air, and when you place it, it'll drop down, which is absolutely stupid. So yeah, all I do is, you can see the lines on the ground, so that's perfectly square. You go to roll, flip it over, and then I just look at that little gap on the bottom, that little lip, and make sure it's even both sides. Looks pretty good there. So yeah, it's really simple. All you do is basically like that, and then just line this gap up perfectly. Boom. Line it up left to right. Boom. Place it. So I did this essentially 13 times. Now what's hard with making the prop template that's this long, boom, just like that. So I'm maxed out for props, but I'll show you. Switch to the car view here. I mean, in just that short amount of time, look at how perfectly flat and level. There are no gaps, no seams. The only thing it really shows is obviously there's a large spot here with no lines. This is where the seam is, and then on the very edge, you can see just that little bit. So what you can do once you set these perfectly, you go into props, prop templates, create a new template, and look, you just select all 3 of these, and then save template. Okay, so now I have to delete these since I have no props, and I can't set that template down. So here's another tip. When you go into prop templates and you select, like, look, here's the one I just made. You select this one, you back out, it automatically has that for category and the type. Then you just hit prop stacking. And yeah, and then you have 3 pieces at a time, and you can change the pitch. You know, you could easily do some like spiral shit like this with it. Whatever you want, wherever you want it to face. And then say if you place it, oh, I fucked up there. Well, if you look at the bottom, it says delete template triangle. So you can delete that whole thing. But let me just show you this is the one that had the 13. This one has, yeah, so see? So now I have to come back here. I scroll over, but you can also hit the pause menu and just click on any part of the map, and it will teleport you there. So yeah, you go into buoys and platforms, and then it's the last one. I just go left, floating platform. Okay. So here's where the bridge is, right here. So you see on this side, it's pretty fucking high. So basically, I tried to line it up with the road perfectly. It looks pretty good. It's not absolutely perfect, but it's tough to get this perfect because these roads back this way, down below this intersection, are completely straight. This road right here, as you can see, it curves a little bit. So I got it as best I can essentially. And the hard part about this template, it has 13 pieces in it, obviously. So I put a construction bag just above it, and when that's another trick right there. So when you set a template, say you want to sink something into the ground. Well, obviously the game won't let you put it any lower than when it's flattened even with the ground, right? So what you do is, say even if it's just one piece you want to sink down, set that piece down, go to construction, and I use a cement bag pallet, and basically just hover it right over it. Just put it a couple feet above it. And what it'll do is it'll register the bottom of that floating cement bag pallet is what it is, as being level with the ground. So when you go in to set that template, you won't even see whatever the item is below it. You will only see the cement bag pallet, and then you lift it up with L3. So basically what I'm going to do here, I'll teach you another trick. So that's pretty freaking level, man. You know, the thing that's deceptive about these is there's that area on the you see that little lip? That actually is a flat surface as well. So that looks pretty even. I really can only test it just trying it out. Yeah, I knew some guy that created like 100 tracks and never knew how to select and change it back. So yeah, this will be a better example. You see that area is floating. Right to the very end of it, it's floating in the air. So as you can see, this bridge is absolutely smooth and perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. See, that's a little bit of a bump, but you know what? I'm going to buy it. So let me show you the next trick here. So say you have this. So since this prop itself, the floating platform, comes out flipped the other way, you see? Comes the opposite way, and you have to go through that whole rigmarole of flipping it over by rolling it. So instead of doing all that, I have another trick for you. Make sure allow prop stacking is off, and basically you just go into the category, any category, it doesn't matter. So you could be in whatever, rocks and trees, okay? So as long as allow prop stacking is off and you go into world heading, just make sure it's on world heading. You press X to select the prop, switch it over to pitch, back out of it. Okay, I thought it was going to do the other way, so it didn't. Select it again, back out, and then all of a sudden, wait a minute, it's the same exact thing. You see that? And then since I went from world heading to pitch and it dropped it down, you always want to do that. Whenever you're trying to line anything up, you always want to go over to pitch from world heading, because the thing is, here, I'll show you why. I have 97, so I'll use a small prop or something. Okay, so here's the prop. Now, if I don't switch over from world heading to pitch, watch when I drop it. You see how it dropped lower than it actually was? Now look, now it's level, right? But if you switch it to pitch, look, you see it drops. But here's the thing, you have to switch it to pitch, because watch, when I place this, it's not going to drop down. It's going to stay exactly right there. So I'll back out. You see that's world heading, and it'll drop it down a little bit. But try to account for that little bit it drops down is going to be near impossible. It's better just to hit the pitch, and then look, it's going to be the perfect height every single time. It's going to be the same exact level as when you drop it. So yeah. So this bridge technique, it can be used for a lot of things. I used it for these whoop sections just because they're outrageous. Now, if I had more... Okay.
What you want? You just ate.
What the fuck are you doing?
You're not be hungry yet. No. Oh, yeah.
Okay, he's watching again. I do have a watcher, guys. All right, so welcome back, Frank. Mom, take him in the other room, please. Please. No, I just don't want my listeners to... Or listener... Okay, so like we said, like I said, back into world heading, select it, switch to pitch, back out, select it again, back out. And now you'll see it's the exact same angle and all that. So you hit allow prop stacking. Now it's perfectly good. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it on pitch. Here's the reason why. So basically we're trying to meet that level right there with basically right here. Kind of see where it starts. So yeah. So basically that line right in the middle, you can kind of see it. So we press down and circle or select, get back to the top down view. So you see this crack right here kind of represents where the bump is. So, like I said before, world heading, select the prop, over to pitch, back out, select it again, back out. Okay, so what we already know where we're at kind of in the line here. Essentially right there. Okay, so then I'm just going to go straight back from there, not move it to the left or right at all. Okay, now the only tricky part with this essentially is, so yeah, we're going to move the pitch a little bit. What's tricky about this is, so I'm going to go back just behind the crack a little bit because that's where the crest of it is. So I'm going to go back just behind it a little bit and just keep in mind that invisible part at the bottom is part of the ramp. So I'm kind of just going to guess and check with this one because I don't know how far up I have to go. I'm going to try to be a little gradual about it. So just remember, we went over from world heading to pitch, so wherever I set this fucker, that's where it's going to set. Okay, so that looks like a pretty even flush thing right there, right? Okay, so I'll set that, make sure it's lined up left and right. As you can see, I'm going to have to do a little bit of revision here. Alright, that looks perfect. Lined up left and right. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll just delete this one. And remember what I said. Deselect allow prop stacking. Select, pitch, back, select, back. Okay, now all of a sudden, it's the exact same angle we need it. So there's no guesswork. There's no, oh, well, I think it was like this. And it is a little crooked coming up to it. I know that. But here's the thing. I'm going to delete the far one so you won't even see it. Because it is going to give you a little bit of air, this section. Fuck. So you see, trying to get this perfect is not easy, dude. It's not like a... If it was like a directional pad adjustment, or you can just like click it a couple times and it would be the same every time, that would be so much better. Okay, so I think I can just, oh fuck. Okay. Good pitch. Okay, so I'm actually glad I redid that because it's actually perfect now. You see that? That seam is actually better than any of the other ones. Okay, so make sure you're not touching this piece when you go to delete the other one, which would be this one. Okay, so that should work pretty nicely. Can you please take him in the other room, Mom? Okay. So as you see, a very smooth transition, and you do get some air. So you really don't, I really don't need the other piece. I'll put a filler in there just to make it look right, but let me do a proper test. Well, not a proper test, but more proper than actually going to test it. So I'll come down this back straight. Just remember, man, anytime you just some curve just a little bit, right here's a good section. Get a little bit of this curve, bam. What? Looks a lot better than it was. I wouldn't call it perfect, but I would say it's close enough. Definitely a lot better. But yeah, if I had more props, this whole section in here, I could have taken this and basically the first little elevation change right here, you can clearly see that in the road right there. What I would have did is I would have just, I would have did the same concept. See, I mean, I'm teaching you something you can do essentially yourself. It's really simple. It does take a little experience and fucking around. But basically, whenever you're building a bridge, you want to do the same concept, man. So like right here would be the high point. You see there's a little dip in the road right here. And to get a better angle, you go out to race details and photo. That gives you a little better perspective on it. You can see that bump I was talking about now, right? So that would be the high point. So essentially, you would start building from this high point. Now this is kind of a wider road, so you would have to do it this way, which would take a lot more props. I mean, just look, that versus this, a lot more props, probably almost twice the props. So essentially you would just start from right here and kind of just count it, go like this. You don't even got to place it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So about 23. What you could do is you could actually go through and place them side by side, kind of just roughly in a line to see exactly how many you need. And then you would go to the airport and like I showed you earlier, you would just place these, flip them over, make sure they're perfectly even on both sides, and just place those in a line of 23 of them, and then do a concrete cement bag just above it on the first one, select them all, save it as a template, and then you would have to basically place it from this end. Reason why is because that's where the concrete bag would be, and that's where the camera angle is kind of locked to. It's kind of linked to that first end of it. So it would be very hard. What you would have to do is you would see a skeleton of the props when you zoom out hella far, but since the camera angle is so fucked up and there's not a better option for it, you would have to do like this, dude. Like literally zoom out this far. You would barely see the fucking framework of it just to make sure it's in a generally straight line. And then since the cement bag is on there, it's going to register that as the ground. So you would have to lift it up to where it's perfectly even with this first fucking line right here. This first bump in this whole section, essentially. And then make sure you hit the world heading over to pitch so it drops it down and makes it true. And yeah, it's that simple, man. So let me go back here and simply quickly just fill this gap. What I'm gonna have to do, it's a really simple thing. Make sure allow prop stacking is off, go into world heading, select, over to pitch, back out, select, back out again. Make sure you click to allow prop stacking, go back to world heading. Just because world heading, the reason why I do that is because if you're gonna fuck something up, world heading is like this, okay? So that's not a hard thing to come back from, okay? Yeah, you fucked with it a little left or right, whatever. That's pretty simple right there, you know, to get back even. Now, if you were to fuck with the pitch, you know, that's this and that, man. That's gonna be a little harder to imitate, you know. So, but if you fuck it up at all, you want to make it perfect again, just back out of the category. Go back in and do the same thing. Uncheck prop stacking, go into world headings, select over to pitch, back out, select again, back out. So it seems like a lot of steps, man, but once you just get in there and fuck around with it, it's really not bad at all. So see how this one, so what I need to do is I need to pull it way over here so that it barely meets it, you know what I mean? But look, you see how it's not working. I'm pressing right R3, it'll lift up with L3, but R3, that's registering as at the ground right there. So, since it won't let me pull it back enough and lower it down, and I'm at 99 props, so obviously I can't go make a prop template with the cement bag like I was telling you. So this is what I'm going to do. This is right here. I'll remember that's there. So I'll just delete that. And this is all you do. So this is the cement bag glitch I was telling you about. And I'll show it to you. It's super fucking simple, man. So like I showed you before, unselect, world heading, bam, over, bam, just like that. Okay, so now we have a perfect angle. So now all you do is, you don't necessarily have to go to the airport for this, but like, see this intersection? It's pretty flat, it's pretty level. No matter where you are in the map, you're gonna find something like that, rather close. So look, just set this, boom. And I went over to pitch, so it set it true. Now go into construction. First one is cement bags. Now you see it's in the ground. So it's registering it as though I changed from world heading to pitch. So if you look down there, it says triangle to reset rotation. If I hit that, boom, goes right up. Now look, it drops down. Pick it up, change it to pitch, boom, that's where it's going to drop, okay? So basically just hover right up above this, but we're going to kind of set it to where it's centered. So we'll put it further up, right? Boom, lift it up. Couple feet, set it. Prop templates, create new one, select these two items. Now you make sure you watch it when you set it, because if you set it too far away, that little alert over there, it says this prop cannot be added. It has already been added to the template. If you set this palette too far away, it will tell you that it's too far away from the other prop. So boom, save the template, back out, delete these two. Now when you go into template, you'll see, like I told you, it registers the bottom of that palette as the ground. So this is a way you can sync any very simply. So the reason why I needed this, like I told you, because I'm trying to line this shit up. Oh yeah, so this is, when you're in the prop template menu like this, it just shows you the templates. You can't actually place them. But like I told you, when you back out, boom, it makes that available. It already puts it there for you. So now you'll see there's not that limitation at all. See, no matter where I am, I can come up and match this level all the way. No problem. So I'm just trying to make it level, fill the gap here. Let's see. See, I'm using the side as a reference there. Okay, so that'll be perfect right there. So basically, I'm just going to pull this back. Lift it up a little bit. Lift it up just a little. Now this doesn't have to be perfect because, oh yeah, make sure you delete the cement bag after you're done. So it's not absolutely perfect, but like I said, you're going to get air right there anyways. So it really doesn't need to connect. And it's a non-contact race, so you don't really have to worry about anyone wrecking you off from that point. So you see it's not perfect, but there's really no way to make these perfect. The reason why is because I'll show you. Because you're coming from this angle right here. Like, oh, look, I'll delete this one to show you. Oh, shit. That was the wrong one. Son of a bitch. It's because the angle you're coming at, essentially. Watch, I'll change the pitch. I'll try to flatten it out a little bit, but it's not going to work. That is kind of weird. Once you have it in the template like this, it's not gonna act the same way if you go to adjust it. It's really not. So you see, it's damn near impossible because there's no rounded edges. You know what I mean? It's all just flat and square. So I fucked up there. I deleted this one prop. So like I showed you before, I just go in, boom, boom. And look, all of a sudden, we have that perfect angle again. Okay, so that should be good enough, honestly. It's not going to be perfect. I am kind of a perfectionist, but I just more so worry about does it work? Is it functional? You see, it's a huge ramp. Even if I made the one before that completely flat, it would still rampy like that, man. So, alright, so remember, there's that one thing I forgot over here. And that is simply a tire stack. So make sure you got allow prop stacking on. And the key with this is as soon as it goes in there, right there, boom. That's where you drop it. Now you see, it didn't show it true because I didn't switch it over. So yeah, you see how it starts lifting up? The more you put it in there. So basically, as soon as it's in there, you see it start lifting. So you want to set it right flush with the ground. As soon as it's in there, boom. There it is. So now all I have to do is test. Everything else is good here. Look at those pretty things on the right. That's what the tire stacks on all do. I'm so used to my custom. Dude. Well, you took him down where? When? So this is a rear-wheel drive car, so it's actually helpful for you to, on elevation changes like that, to smash your rear end down and hold right. Or hold it down when you're sick. Let me show you the lines of this one because I've seen you kind of taking the outside. So after that checkpoint, you want to come on the inside, stay on the inside. And then right here, let off. Okay. Let me redo that one. That's right, it can fly. Okay. Let me show you that one more time. So the checkpoint was right here. Boom. Slam left. Stay on that inside, hug it tight, let off right here. Oh, good. So I let off a little too late, but yeah, you let off for about 3 seconds through that corner and then slam it. And you should get within inches from the tire barrier on the other side. Yeah, while I was placing these in, I didn't even notice they were all angled fucking weird like that either. So the flat sections are good. Just a little curve right here. Low curb boost. Oh, and another thing, that curb boost, whenever, you know, you get an RPM boost whenever you hit a curb, areas like this right here, let me show you. So this right here is technically like a little elevation change. It's a little bump. So with this, that would be included in that too. Pretty much this section right here too. So if you're on long highway tracks and you can hit this little section, that's gonna kind of act as a boost. So yeah, that's it right there, man. That's it right there. What? No. Okay, so let me show you one. I am too. Take the chili ball. Alright, so let me show you the one I just did today. Well, I fixed it today. I think you raced it once yesterday. They had an awkward section. It was that Rebel locked one out in Grapeseed area. It's called Barnyard Circuit PS4. Okay. So, rated 100% for some reason. Alright, so yeah, this is the non-contact grid I was telling you about. See how they're just like super close together? Yeah, that basically takes a 30 player small grid for a motorcycle or a bicycle and glitches it into the size of a medium grid. So, I'll just test it just to show you the revisions I made. I hate these bushes, they slow you down, they're so stupid. So I redid this area just a little bit, just so that where you're forced to kind of go, it's I forced it to where you go in the middle, you don't fuck around, you don't get fucked up. Made this all banking, and then I did a little transition banking here, which there's that pole there, which is a little problematic, but it's kind of just a little bit of a runoff. Now I rerouted this, where it's a little more clear to hit that jump, and left this alone, and that's pretty much it here, man. I try to make it a little better. Oh, fuck. Alright, so let me show you the next track I am going to be updating. I think I'm going to go with Observatory Short Loop. It's a sedan race. It's locked to just the sedan. Something I made on PS3. Yeah, as you can see, I have a lot of fucking pages of tracks. Okay. So yeah, I have the full loop, which is sports or supers, North Loop and South Loop, which are sports or supers. Short Loop, which is the sedan one I'm about to show you. And then the Split Loop is an off-road race that goes through it. So let me show you. This one I have to copy. This is what I have to do so that, because if I was just to load that and then make it a revision and update it for the PS4 on the PS4, it will no longer make it playable on last gen. So I copy all of my tracks that I'm updating, then it saves it right here in the saved. So Observatory Short Loop. Alright, I'll be back in a second. Just give me like 1 minute. Alright, I'm coming back right now. Frankie. I mean, Jamie. What about the towel thing? Alright, man, yeah. So, you see how it says it's not created on the PlayStation 4. If you save or publish it, it will only be able to load on the PS4. So, in your saved section, so you just copy it and then go back and basically just rename it. I think I'm already at my max here. I don't think it's going to work. We'll try. Nope. So, I'm just going to call it Observatory Short Loop. And then I think it'll work. Motherfucker, really? Short. I'll just call Observatory Short. Okay, so let me just show you a quick test real quick. Obviously the shafter is the best. This is not the V12 though. Curb boost in here. That line. Now we have kind of a double haircut there. Yeah, it's not easy. Obviously, everyone's going to use the V12 shafter, so it'll be a little different. Yeah, I did these on the PS3, so you have to knock the fucking pole down. You have to knock the pole down, then drive, then set it over it. And, yeah. So yeah, that's it right there. So that's what I'll do. Go to placement, delete options, delete all props. Bam. Checkpoints all seem good. So, probably gonna have to start it in the tunnel, you know? I'm probably just gonna have to, I already know the layout and everything. Just gonna have to delete all checkpoints. What? Oh my god. Okay, so, as you can see, 30 players, not gonna work. Probably goes way past the fucking tunnel. Yeah, you see it over there? In the road? Not gonna work, right? Let's change it to a small grid. Fuck, I have to go into race details, available vehicles, change it from sedans to motorcycles. Now we can change that to a small. Okay. So as you can see, look at how small this is. That's 30 people, but it's only fucking, it's very short, you know? Okay, so it's not letting me place it here, obviously, so because it says it has to be placed closer to the trigger. So I had to move the trigger. Boom, change the camera. Okay, so now it might actually work with a medium. Let's see. No, says this area must be clear. It means there's some shit in the way, even though really there's not. Now look, see, it'll actually work there. Let's take a drive through here and make sure. So it's not. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Has to be perfectly straight. Fuck that. So basically like that. I just used the line in the front of the checkpoint to determine it. Okay, so now you see there's a good gap over here. Good gap over here. It's pretty fucking easy. Okay, yeah, so from here, obviously we want a checkpoint here so they know you're not going the other way. Basically just a checkpoint at the main corners. So like right here, this will represent a hairpin. Just remember your checkpoints will always face in the next direction of, or in a straight line to the next checkpoint. I'll add one checkpoint right here just because I've had problems with people cheating the route through here. They'll go through this grass section when I only had a checkpoint there and there, so I do have to put another one there. So yeah, basically do it just like this. That might change the thing to this side. Let's see. Left, hairpin, left. Left, hairpin, left. This way? Okay. Checkpoint there. Now, the direction that the bikes are facing will be the respawn direction. You see, that one's too close. Too close to that checkpoint. So I'll pull this one in just a little. Actually, I'll pull it out. Just want to make sure you can hit the apex and still hit the fucking checkpoint there. So this one I can't get too close because it's another checkpoint there. So I'll just place it right there. Middle of the road. Okay, and another one going here. Really no shortcutting you can do here. I'll just put one here. And another one here. So now this one, there's a checkpoint here. I was thinking about extending this out, and I'm actually going to do it. I'm going to extend it out to like right here, which would technically be kind of the end of this stretch right here. The triangle really should be like this. So yeah, and then another one here. And another one in here. So that you know, hey, I'm going in the fucking tunnel. Okay. That's a lap right there. So as you can see, man, once you get a little experience in the creating business, it's really not that hard, dude. Yeah, my split loop I'm gonna change. It comes through this section both times, or both directions. Basically, it's a loop on that side of the mountain and a loop on that side, and it comes through in the middle. It's locked to the Bifta. It comes through this direction, but I'm going to change it because I think it'll be a lot easier coming from this direction, having a checkpoint up here or a checkpoint down here, whereas you can clearly like see it. Here, there's a kind of a blindness over here. So, yeah, that'll be tough though, those fucking planers, trying to smash through them. But yeah, I'll do that. Okay, so basically just going to do a little prop work with these barriers, nothing fancy at all. Okay. So I will do something like this. I'm going to make sure to switch it over to pitch. Do something like this, keep this out of reach. Yeah, when we race this track, I guess you'll already know the corners and all that. Okay, hopefully that's good. Sometimes there's a problem with the elevation changes and it just doesn't feel like the bottom end. Gotta roll it a little bit, or no, pitch it just a little bit to the right there so that the bottom end matches up right. Kind of just want a seamless look with these. Yeah, let me switch it back. Boom. Make sure you go back to world heading though, because that's like the only directional change you essentially need. Pitch. So, as you can see, with just a... Okay, obviously I'm going to have to put one more there. But as you can see, it's a pretty straight line. It's not perfect, but it looks pretty good. Most important thing is all these edges where they meet. Bottom and top, you always want to check those corners, those edges. Everything looks pretty seamless. And that, you just kind of want to glitch it into that. That way if they hit it, and they slide, they can slide down the guardrail. Son of a bitch. Yeah, so you see this one's a little fucked up, right? So remember, like I told you, allow prop stacking off, world heading, boom, select, boom, select. Okay, now, only reason I'm putting this last one here is because the pitch of it, not the pitch, the roll. Yeah, basically you want to roll it down a little bit because there's kind of a gap. Yeah, there's a gap right underneath it. You can really see it too. So I just kind of rolled it down to where it would be flush with the ground. So now as you can see, very flush, very even. Wouldn't say it's perfect, but it works. It's functional. So yeah, I'm just going to throw a couple of those in here and there. Should actually go through real quick and do all of these, which are super simple. Now I block these off just because I don't want a good racer being fucked over by someone who hit a pole, you know, or someone who doesn't hit poles fucked over by someone who did hit one, you know. I'd rather it just be no poles. Like if you hit it, you fuck yourself. Oh well. Maybe you shouldn't hit it, you know. Teaches you to not hit poles and be a better, more precise driver, essentially. And it doesn't allow people to get screwed over. But yeah, you can see it's just super simple on those, man. And this one, I'm just going to do anything that I think somebody might hit or fuck with. So you see that one's not all the way with the ground, but it will still work. Okay. Somebody might overshoot that a little. I could put barriers there, but I think I'll just leave it. I could just continue this line like I did back there. But I think I'll leave it. It's not really necessary. No other poles, looks like. Oh. Sorry, yeah, somebody will hit this. Now, if I put barriers over here, I can delete these and save these props. But yeah, if you're down, we can try this one out. When I'm done here, it should not take me but like 10-15 minutes, bro. I'm pretty quick at this. Here. So it'll do that sometimes. It just means you need to come at it from a different angle, essentially. See, like right there. Now it works. And then there's just a couple here. And I think I'm going to put barriers here, personally. Just because people will take this corner too hot. Coming down the hill, V12 shafter. Talking to one person who's watching me. Why? I'm redoing observatory short loop. You can come out here. Look at this. So it starts in the tunnel now. Because the starting grid of 30, even the small grid glitched one. Yeah. So look, I put them in here 2x2. That's where you'll start. You come up the hill here. Just gonna block off all these. Oh, I just finished Vespucci Circuit. I redid the bridge. It's a lot smoother on the bridge and the transition onto the bridge, but the thing is there's like a little ramp going up onto the bridge, but it's fine. Yeah, it doesn't need to be perfect. I'm just throwing some of these on here. I'm doing them on every pole just because it's a very short race, and it being a very short race, I'm not going to need that many props. So I will continue this right here. You see this line here? I will make that line in all barriers. I only take about 15. Okay, so Sean, I was giving you the tour. Yeah, it comes up here. I blocked off this whole section quite nicely, I might add. Look at that, flush. No? You can't. on places with elevation changes, you can't use templates. Come up here. Come up here. No. Sharp left. Hairpin. This race is too small and too tight to run contact ever. No, I have not. It's always been a non-contact. So you go left here, hairpin, go left again, come down the hill. It's the same layout essentially. Go down the hill. No. Sharp right. Brought the hairpin out. I'm going to put some barriers basically coming from here out to the center. Okay, so continue onward. Barriers, long stripe concrete. Now you're gonna get some weird shit like this. You see how it just looks, well, it did look weird. You can always reset the rotation. Change it to pitch, boom, drop it down. Okay, so I don't think I have enough props to do all of this, but I can at least, no, I can at least go from here, this fence, to this fence.
I call that runoff. Just, well, right, I guess it's not.
Now look, pitch it down. No, not pitch. You see, now that I flipped it around, it's actually already kind of the perfect pitch. So I'll just flip this to the edge there. I think that looks pretty good. My bad. Okay, so like I showed you before, make sure, Sean, you don't even know this trick. Allow prop stacking is off, go to world heading, pick it up, switch over, bam, bam, and now it's the same. So what I'm going to do is roll this rear end down just a little bit so it's kind of flush with the ground. I'm going to use this outside edge as a nice line. Looks pretty good. Now you see it is sticking out a little bit there, right? Doesn't matter. It should be able to fuse right into it. So you see, as long as you get the angle down, it will fuse right in. And I don't really care about it hanging off the back end like that. I really don't, because as long as it's smooth and you can hit it and not fucking fly. This is for those bumper car kind of players. Yeah, just roll it down. Real simple there. Roll it again. Of course, it isn't a perfect line. I realize that. But I don't care. Functional. That's all I care about. Okay, that looks actually really good. Yeah, I mean, it's not perfect around the edge, but oh well. I don't care. Roll it. Looks pretty good. World heading. Rotate it. Roll it down. Perfect, look at that. Now I don't need to block that pole. Now as you can see, like I said, it's not perfect, but I don't care as long as it works. And you can see a little bit of a gap bottom there. But hey, it works. And I've never put barriers there before. I always left it open. I was always kind of like, hey, if you fuck yourself, that's on you. Okay, so I need to put these right in the center there. So what I'll do, okay. So you see how that looks pretty good? Prop templates, create new. Let's hit those, hit save, delete. And now look, it's just a lot easier because I've done it before where I went through here. Sean, look, made a template with 3 of them. It's a lot easier. And simple as pie, man. So I didn't. Hold on, let me try that again. Make sure you go to pitch, drop it down. Kind of made sure both of them are fused into each other just so they look even. Look at this, Sean. Look. Perfect seam. See that? Just something to give it a nice...
You really wanted to make it nice? You can just make a tire wall without all of it, too.
Why, around the center section?
Yeah, and I think it would fit in between them.
I think I can give them a little bit of runoff room there.
Yeah, that wall's a little thin.
Coming out of here, you shouldn't have too many issues. I will get this fucker out of here, though. Okay. See, I could do the tire stacks from here to there just like I did here. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Not tire stacks, striped concrete. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to fuse it in with this. Yeah, I'm just going to fuse it in right here, go from tire stack to tire stack essentially. Boom. Okay, this one's going to be a lot fucking nicer. This one doesn't seem to have as drastic of an elevation change. So this one should look a lot nicer. I knew people that put grandstands. They had a track here and they put grandstands right here, which is selectable in the benches category. There's actually two different styles of grandstands. Okay, there's a little bit of a gap on the top. You can see it's just like a couple inches right there, like one side is higher than the other. This one I'm going to need to roll this a little bit. Medium stripe concrete.
Not a bad choice.
See, I gotta roll it just a little bit back here. Nope, that's not gonna work. As you can see, this time it worked out a little better, Sean. Look.
Holy crap, that looks really good. You know, it'd be cooler is if you use that other
That
concrete
one
barrier.
piece is fucked up.
You know it'd be cooler right there, though? Instead of that barrier, use the concrete barrier that has the fence on top.
Okay, so for this one here, I'm simply just gonna
Connect
continue this. Yeah, I'm only gonna continue it out just a short bit too. I don't need to.
Connect it to the entire tire barrier, tire stack. That's all you gotta do.
Roll it down. Boom. You see how it's connected there? Shouldn't be a big bump.
One more. Trying to play.
I'm gonna leave that fucking. I'm gonna leave that tire stack there just because it doesn't look bad.
Silly. Very action static shock was just what the hell?
Oh, he's gone. I think he's gone for good. Oh, he's back. Look at that, Sean. Seamless. I left the tire there just because. So yeah, nice little run off there. I'll do the same thing with this one. Just connect this. That's all I need to do. Make sure you always got to hit world heading. Or change world heading to pitch. Always. That looks pretty good. Okay, so for this one, I'm just going to do maybe 4 or so. And you see I'm already at 44 props. These fucking... These fuckers don't... They don't take up much room, man. Or they... You know, they don't give you a good distance of coverage. Looks pretty good so far. Yeah, I'm almost done, dude. I just got to do that one last corner. And that's it. I'll be done. We can try this baby out. All right. Looks good to me. Okay. So coming down the hill, you'll clearly be able to see this checkpoint facing right. Damn it, where's my phone at? Okay, so I know one thing I do want to do here. I want to basically make a line coming... Damn it. I want to make a line coming from here. Basically straight out to the center of the hairpin. Something like that. That works. Maybe I'll just do a tire stack right here for looks. Might as well. Okay. I just got to do some apex propping here. Basically how I do it is I usually just go straight to the center of the corner. Go like that, and then try to do the same amount of rotation on each side. Who are you talking to, Sean? Yeah, so I can actually just keep these going from right here. Roll it a little bit to match up that far edge. It is off just a little. And now I can meet them with the medium. So see, that one's a little tricky because there is an elevation change that you have to account for. So yeah, it's not perfect looking, but it'll work. So what I'll do is I'll take, remember, bam bam, pick that up. Okay. So now what I'll do is I'll just transition this into this. Roll it down, obviously. That one I'll probably just leave. I don't need, I mean, it's, what, a foot away. There's no way to transition that unless I went like this and continued it. Actually, I could pull it down a little. Yeah, it's not horrible. I'll leave it that way. Fuck it. Since this is the last corner, I think I'm gonna reset it. Pitch. Damn it. I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna connect this to this. Roll it just a little bit, meet that edge. Perfect. Go back to world heading. Got to make sure you always go back to world heading because your instinct is to adjust it, L1 or R1, and you'll fuck yourself. So this is going to be pretty tight in here. Now that I'm putting these barriers, there's not going to be a lot of runoff room, but you know what? What do you want to go up the fucking mountain or something? That's another race here. See, it's just that little edge there. Roll it up. Nice, easy. And for this one, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So instead of fucking around with it there, I'm going to set it right here. I have this perfect, nice line to work with. Boom. That's 2. 3. And 4. Okay.
What do you suppose is higher than platinum when it comes to music albums?
Diamond.
Correct. Santana's Supernatural album is 15 times platinum. Fuck, that's a lot of fucking albums sold.
Okay. Looks pretty good. I'm going to drop that there. Make sure it's perfectly in line. Drop it. As you can see, looks pretty damn good. Now we just go back out to barriers and fix them right here.
Be good to catch up on the first 3 albums. All Santana 4 is the album goes with the 4th album with their original.
Sean,
I wasn't talking to you.
who are you talking to?
Someone who's sitting over here watching my phone.
She ain't listening to you. Think she gives a fuck about some Santana album? Okay. Boom. Just like that. Just connect the tire barriers essentially. I'll do just like 4 more here and should be good to go, man. Reset the rotation. Just make sure you always want to, oh fuck. Make sure you always go back. What are you doing to him, Kayla? Alright. That's it right there. Just roll it a little bit. You can see the edge on the bottom. Little edge right there on the bottom side. Boom. I heard that one. All right. Just like that. I think we're good to go, man. I might just put a little barrier right here, though, just so people don't fuck themselves. You know, just a little something like that. Yeah, it looks a little funky. It'll do the job. Okay, okay. Now, if I could get in here with the car, hold on, let me get in here. I don't think I can get in here with the car. I could put some shit in the walls though, like just entering it right here. Got signs. You see this. I could easily put this right into the wall. Do something like this, you know. See, for this part right here, it's where that dang old... He left.
Okay, Boomhauer.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone for good.
He's also got some sharp claws when he was ripping my shirt the other day. That's right, he got sharp claws. You know what?
There he is.
Those signs don't say anything else other than that.
No, that's what you do. Watch this. I'm gonna put... Damn it, son of a bitch. I always do that. I always gotta switch back to fucking world heading, always. So in a straight line, we'll put 3 of these.
Noah. Hi. Daddy's trying to kick you.
Just put 3 of these down. Real simple. Not hard at all. Prop templates, create new. Save. And we go into prop templates. Boom. Wait, what the fuck?
Doesn't like you.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh my god, you fucking cunt. Okay.
No wonder. This one.
There's that. Kayla, what are you doing to him?
He's just being fussy. Relax.
Prop templates, create new template, select prop. Save template, okay. Now look, it's there. Okay.
There we go. Let's see if this helps. Noah, listen. Relax.
There's a camera right there.
No. Noah, you hear that? Listen. Listen.
Now we go into this template. And now look, this is gonna be a perfect little, I'm gonna call it a headdress. See this, Sean? There we go. All right, let's give it a test. Look, John, whole new area. There's one lap. That's all you need for a test, my man.
I'm gonna make a Grand Prix course there. I know how to. I know what
Okay,
it'll be a
so
course.
photo, we'll just do some bullshit.
No, take a real
Boom,
picture.
there we go.
No, zoom in on the observatory. It's a better picture.
Okay, so I'm gonna publish. Boom, published. Now you see when you go in here, change the starting grid to medium, available vehicles, I'm gonna select sedans, deselect motorcycles, and gonna make the Shafter V12 Shafter V12 as the sedan of choice. I don't see it anywhere in there. But now I can take a proper photo. Oh, let me actually go see what the time. It says current and current, so I can take it whenever. I don't care.
No,
That's a decent one.
Damn, he's the slugger alive.
Oh my goodness.
Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna do one test, publish it, and then I'm done.
I'll pay your fucking check. I know it's all fucked up. I'll have to print out a copy of the check stub tomorrow. That's fine. What's today? 17. The income amount I'll bring you tomorrow with a copy of my paycheck stub.
Here, look. That's the color. I did.
All right, so that's simple. So.
Here, it looks like a demon possessed.
Yep.
Hey, look, mom's phone is possessed by a demon.
All right, man. I'll see you on GTA in a few.
Still won't see it on YouTube.
Oh, you probably have some sort of error. I'll fix that in a minute, though. Well, I was just